Hello, my name is Ashley Femia, and today I will be discussing Borromini's contributions in St. Agnes and Agone Church. St. Agnes and Agone is a very detailed church with a long history consisting of many artists over the years. This project will focus on the artist Francesco Borromini, who we have discussed many times in class, and his contributions to the church. This project will discuss an overview of St. Agnes's life, the history of the church including its origin, when Borromini is commissioned, his contribution and plan to the church, and when Borromini is removed from the project. It will also discuss the Borromini sacristy in St. Agnes and Agone today. The life of St. Agnes. To understand the history of where the church was built and many of its contents, it is important to know some brief details of St. Agnes's life. St. Agnes is also known as St. Agnes of Rome. She was a beautiful 12-year-old girl who refused to get married because she claimed her spouse was Jesus Christ. Her Christianity, which at the time was seen as a cult, was exposed, and she was punished in a brothel. She was forced to parade naked, but she was covered by miraculous hair growth. When a Roman tried to violate her, he was miraculously struck blind, and Agnes healed him through prayer. She refused to renounce her faith, and she was therefore murdered, and legend has it that she was murdered in Piazza Navona. Origins of the church. St. Agnes and Agone is located in Piazza Navona of Rome. Piazza Navona is historically known as an ancient stadium dating back to approximately 81 AD. The stadium was used until the fall of the Roman Empire in the 5th century. When the stadium began to be destroyed, monuments and churches dedicated to St. Agnes began to be built because legend says that she was martyred there. These small churches continued to enlarge until Pope Callistus II officially made it a small basilica in 1123. In the 14th century, the Pamphili family moved to Rome and bought a residence very close to the piazza. In 1644, a member of the Pamphili family was elected pope, and he took the name Innocent X. As the Pamphili residence construction ended, Innocent X decided to take on a new project, reconstructing ancient St. Agnes Church. Innocent X commissioned Girolamo Rinaldi to work on the project in 1652, and demolition of the original site began. However, Innocent X did not like Rinaldi's plan for the new reconstruction. Rinaldi planned a classic Greek cross, large niches in the pilaster, and 2 lateral towers with steps leading into the piazza. In 1653, Rinaldi was removed from the project, and Francesco Borromini was assigned to the project. A background of Borromini was he was an architect in Rome in the 1600s. He was taught by Michelangelo, and he is known as a leading figure in Roman Baroque architecture. Borromini's plans for the church are based on Moderno's problems faced when completing St. Peter's Basilica. Borromini was to tear down the exterior parts of the towers left by Rinaldi and to keep the interior portions. The earliest parts of the project Borromini worked on is known from a Jubilee medal of Innocent X, a drawing in the Albertina, and an engraving by the Bonacina. Below is the medal drawn by Borromini for Innocent X with the facade of St. Agnes. The following are the plans Borromini had for the church. A curved back center area with columns, flanking end blocks, and a single pair of pilasters. Campanelletti, each topped with a globe and a cross. Above the curved back facade is a bass, drum, and dome, topped with a globe and a cross. Projecting center portal with a high triangular gable and a thermal window. The central unit with the portal and 2 end blocks differentiated by high bases against the curved back. And an elliptical oval platform, half in the church and half in the piazza, with curved stairs to the piazza. Work of the church was completed rapidly until the death of Innocent X in 1655. However, after Innocent X's death, the new Pope Alexander VII established a committee to investigate the possible mistakes by Borromini. Between Borromini's short temper and the tense relationship between him and the committee, he decided to quit the St. Agnes project. Although he was removed, he had constructed the main parts of the building, such as the facade, the drum, and the dome. In 1667, Borromini's known enemy, John Lorenzo Bernini, was asked to do the final decorations, but he only made minor changes to Borromini's plans. Now we will talk about Borromini's sacristy. The sacristy of St. Agnes was built in between 1658 and 1666 by Andrea Barada. The designs of the sacristy were made by Borromini, and it was meant to be in the College of Innocent X near St. Agnes Church. His original plans were for the sacristy to connect the college to the church. Barada recreated the sacristy to function as a private chapel for the Pamphili family. Borromini's plans for the sacristy. For the floor of the sacristy, Borromini planned to replicate the four parishes of a Paleo-Christian church, including an entrance, nave, main hall, and presbytery. The present sacristy has a place for holy water, sculpted by Barada. The presbytery is smaller than Borromini originally planned, but it is dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Therefore, there are many frescoes depicting the life of Mary, painted by Francesco Allegrini. St. Agnes and Agone today. Today, St. Agnes and Agone functions as a popular tourist destination for the public, as it is located in Piazza Navona. The church holds Mass every Saturday, Sunday, and religious holiday, and the Masses are open to the public. There is also a St. Agnes and Agone choir, which performs at 12:15 Mass every Sunday of the month and religious holidays. They also hold various events, usually around religious holidays, such as choir concerts. This completes my project, and although Borromini was removed from the project, his contributions are still seen in St. Agnes and Agone today. Thank you. These are the sources used for this project.